bang.
Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of What's the Word on Wednesdays on the realest platform on YouTube, man. American Cholo. We back in the building, man. It feels good to be back. It's always a good time when I'm up in here. How y'all doing?
It's about time, fool. I haven't seen you like, mijo, I haven't seen you. I feel like my mom, mijo, you haven't come over. For like... hey, shout out to my mom, man. My mom's birthday is tomorrow. Happy birthday, Jefita. I love you. You're the best. I went today to go see her. This is my second week in a row. I'm trying to make it a habit once a week to go there and at least, have lunch, have dinner with moms, homie.
That's good.
We just chop it up, have a good time, and I get some good grub, homie. Today I got what I get albondiga soup.
Damn.
And then I got a Mexicano tamal, and then I got a Hondureño tamal. I'm living large, homie. I'm living large, homie. So it's good time. It's good time to be me right now. What's up with you, Frankie? How you been, player?
Man, just been working, bro. Just been on the grind. You already know, Big Gil. Been on the grind, checking out the platform. Obviously, seeing you do your thing.
Hey, how'd you guys like that RBL Posse one, dude?
That was a good episode, bro.
Love Black Sea. Black Sea is one of my favorite artists.
Dope ass cat, fool.
Yeah,
very
super humble.
Yes, homie. It was a dope ass vibe, bro. When he came in here, we did our thing, and then his homie after's like, hey, bro, we've done a lot of interviews, bro. He's like, this hands down one of the best interviews ever done. He was like, that's right, homie. Appreciate you. Like, you did your homework. You asked him all kind of different questions. It wasn't all the same stuff. I said, yeah, bro. I said, to me, it was fun as hell because I'm a huge fan, bro. Like, no BS, no nothing. I'm a huge fan. That's like let's say an older version of you, Tony, when you're about to hit 50 and somebody that you're bumping like right now or at 18 years old, hardcore, and then all of a sudden you're interviewing the guy later on. It's like, oh, hell yeah, dude. Fucking Black Sea, homeboy.
Yeah. It's a legend, bro.
And then he did his freestyle, bro.
That was hard.
That shows, I was thinking he's going to say, oh, no, I got to perform that right now. I don't want to do it. He just fucking went into it, bro.
Yeah.
So, other than that, what's up with you, Tony? Where you been, fool?
I've been good, man. Just, I've been a little busy. Thanksgiving week, I took a little trip with the fam. We went up to Washington. Had a good time. Last week, I was feeling a little under the weather. Well, when I got back from out there, it was cold as fuck. It was like 30 degrees out there.
Really?
So, yeah. Coming back, it was like a big shock, It was like, oh,
I
shit.
think that's when people start getting the sniffles and shit, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
Hey, so what's up with these Christmas lighters? Cause they're pretty nice, huh, boy? Pretty nice.
This right here, to take this from you, Gil, you're the first one that anybody's seen this, right? We just unveiled these at PAX LA, PAX Los Angeles, PAX Official on Instagram, formerly known as Packwoods. So they're based in LA, made in LA. The company was created in LA. The company was one of the first companies to really do like the blunt wrap, on the actual with the glass tip.
Okay.
So back in 2018, the company started, they moved around in LA, and then now we're in 20 states. 20 states, about to pop in Canada at the beginning of this coming year.
That's what's up.
So definitely, man, if you get an opportunity to check us out, PAX Official on Instagram, tap in. We have products from New York to California and online. But this is for Big Gil right here to get in the holiday spirit, G.
Man, I'm already there, homeboy. I'm already there. Hey, they have some very nice branding. Whoever's doing their packaging, their branding, it's next level. Because I've seen a lot of cannabis branding, and there's some pretty cool ones, but like with their boxes, with their beanies, I'd be sporting that at work. I'm like, dude, whoever's doing their stuff is not congratulations. They're doing their thing, homie. It's props to them for whoever's actually coming up with ideas like this. Is dope, homie.
Yeah,
and it's not cheap. Their shit doesn't look cheap.
Nah, we're a premium product.
Yeah, exactly.
Anytime you see us on the shelves, the thing about PAX is we're in the nicotine space, we're in the cannabis space, we're in the smoking accessory spaces, right? So if you want to buy like a cone with a glass tip, we sell those. If you want to buy grinders, if you want to buy other stuff, you can buy them on the website.
Have you guys hit the adult shop yet? No, you got PAX LA and shit.
Nah, not yet. Not yet. See, that's the next frontier.
We packing heat over here, bro.
Packing everything, G.
Hey, he was like, "Damn, I was like, damn, but say I'm at adult stores, homie. We got pack LA, homie." Hey, so you were saying when you guys came in there earlier, and I was working on the computer, right? You were saying something about the cannabis industry as far as IG.
Yeah,
it's rough, right?
It's tough, bro. I've been in the industry for many years, and it's always been a really hard trek because Meta, aka Instagram and Facebook, are not cannabis friendly. So anytime you post, whether it's like a joint or a vape, or even saying like, "Hey, I'm a cannabis company," and people like to, smoke, like, you get your stuff taken down. So right now I'm seeing like a big pandemic of like a lot of the big brands are getting their pages taken down from Instagram. So you have like the Jeters of the world, you have the Stizzies of the world who have gotten their pages taken down multiple times. And before, you used to know somebody there at Instagram at Meta, right? A lot of the big players have a friend that works at Meta that can usually get their pages back on. But that's pay to play, my boy. So you have to pay these individuals a good sum to get your intellectual property back. But it's a trip because a lot of people are migrating from Instagram to Twitter, aka X.
Right.
Because on Twitter, like, you can post about whatever, and Elon's not going to take you down. Elon actually smokes weed, right? So like, he's definitely a friend of the industry. And, that's one thing that we struggle with, is not only on social media, but like banking. We can also bank.
Yeah, that's right.
So like, it's really hard for us to do like business like everybody else, because we can't, we're not offered the same, luxuries like everybody else. We can't market the same and we can't bank the same. But, in every single state that cannabis is retail, that's legal, like, they're taxing the shit out of it, right? So the government's making their their money, but there's still a lot of things that are pigeonholing the industry from really being what it could be.
Yeah, and I think that's kind of dumb, because a lot of these platforms, specifically Instagram, they could like profit off of perhaps like a weed page or something. I mean, I don't know how, but I'm sure they can.
Oh, absolutely.
Whether it's somebody in the inside who's like getting a cut or whatever it is, but they can tax people who run those pages and just let them promote. Because I know if you put anything that has to do with like for sale and has weed in it, like, your shit will get shut down right away.
Really?
Yeah.
Like, if you put a picture of weed, like, you gotta specifically say not for sale, because then they'll be like, they'll report your shit right away.
Well, it's probably an algorithm thing where the AI sees that and automatically they want to take it down, because they're trying to stop like young dumb people from going online. Hey, I got this sack for sale. Hey, I got these pills for sale. They do it all the time, bro. So that's probably what it is. But you would think in today's technology, by now they'll figure out like, hey, cannabis is legal in all these places. That's the way it's gonna go. It's gonna continue to become legal, and let's profit out of this. Let's make some money, especially with the bigger guys. They should be able to even pay like I don't know, $10 a month, $20 a month if you're gonna be putting this, and we'll let the AI know that you're a cannabis friendly place, and you already filled out all the paperwork.
And it makes a lot of sense for us to put a spotlight on the cannabis industry, because, the one big thing that a lot of people really say when it comes to cannabis is, you don't know where it's coming from. You don't know what's in it, right? Like, you hear the mainstream media talk about like there's fentanyl and there's X, Y, and Z. There's all this, all this extra stuff in cannabis, but cannabis is one of the most regulated and tested substances that we consume right now in the United States. Like, the amount of rigorous testing that cannabis, whether it's concentrates, flour, oil, whatever it may be, that it has to go through, versus the food that we eat every single day is day and night.
Right.
So cannabis is way cleaner than almost anything else that we're putting in our bodies for the most part, right? Because the testing regulations are so stringent, especially here in California, right? You got to get tested for X, Y, and Z, all the pesticides, all the heavy metals, all that stuff.
I think cannabis is slowly like in terms of I guess quote unquote drugs, it's kind of already like leveling up with alcohol. Like in terms of how people take it serious, and like what you were saying, all the testing that goes through.
Leveling down is really what you're saying. It's because leveling up, that's like the hardcore. So it's coming.
No, I'm saying like it's like in society, like it's being more accepted, like alcohol.
Yeah,
like
for sure.
Alcohol is sold in every fucking corner of the city or the world. Like, I feel like weed is kind of making its way there in certain states.
Kills much more people than marijuana.
Oh, for sure. 1,000%. No, if I'm comparing both, obviously weed to me is a lot better than alcohol. It's a drug that it's something that just stimulates you, but it doesn't do the things that alcohol
I had this one guy on here about 2 weeks ago, Jason. I can't remember his last name for the life of me, and he was very educated in the marijuana game, bro. And I was asking, wouldn't it be good if they just legalized it all the way? And he was like, no, it would destroy the industry. I said, what do you mean? And I never thought about it. He's like, no. He's like, if they were to completely legalize marijuana across the board federally, that would instinctively make the mechanism of the FDA kick in and say, all right, now you are a product just like food, just like anything else. You have to get your product tested. He's like, in order to get your product tested, you got to have a lot of money, because most people don't have the amount of money that say, I'm going to do all this stuff for the FDA to approve. And what that's going to do is it's going to make just a very huge pot guys say, all right, they're gonna get a monopoly on the market, bro. Where he said, like, regular places that you see, those places will be gone, bro, because all of a sudden from 1 year to the next or 1 month to the next, do you guys have FDA approval? No, then you gotta shut down. And I was like, oh shit, I never thought about that. So it's a fine line of how they walk it, and they may come out and say, hey, we're gonna legalize it, and people may think, all right, hell yeah, that's good across the board, but now you gotta have FDA approval, hopefully, to sell. That's gonna be the tough one to get through. So hopefully they can find a fine balance, because at this point, yeah, bro, it should be just completely legal across the board. And if you want to vote for in your state, that's fine. But it does much less harm than alcohol.
100%.
Oh, for sure.
I really think, like, I understand where he's coming from, where the homie's coming from. You know, really, like, I think the big worry, and it's not something that you can go around and you're going to avoid, right? Like, the big MSO, the big money is coming. So you have, like, the Philip Morris's already.
Yeah, sure.
Philip Morris owns tons of weed farms.
Hotline. What you got?
Yeah,
This was snuck in here, bro.
I just wanted to call because you guys are talking the perfect topic right now about, like, parasites and, like, you know, cleansing the body. What do you guys recommend? Like, any capsules or some type of tea to start off the morning, or like
we're actually talking about weed, fool. We're talking about weed, fool. We're talking about nothing but cleansing the body. We're talking about getting marijuana out this game, fool.
That's right.
Just before that topic, you guys were talking about it, like the FDA and all that stuff.
No. We were talking about if marijuana gets approved across the board federally, that it would kick in with the FDA having to approve it for you to sell. That's what we're saying. So it'll be much tougher. As far as the cleansa, go to the pulga, fool, at the swap meet. Tell me I need a pulga. They'll give you a couple of pills and that shit. It's all gone, carnal.
Yeah, I remember a couple episodes back. I think philosopher.
Philosopher.
I'm sorry. Yeah, he was talking about something about some tea like that to help. You know, with the cleansing. I'm trying to remember what he said, but if he remembers, I would like to know. You know, what do you guys recommend?
Papaya seeds.
Papaya seeds?
Yeah.
Papaya seeds.
Eating papaya seeds, yeah. and eating the seeds, they there's a lot of research, and there's a lot of, like, natural research on the papaya seeds actually helping you flush out, like, parasites and worms from your stomach. So, you know, my mom used to always tell me, like, anytime whether you're, maybe TMI, but whether you're constipated or you're having, like, stomach issues, right? She would make me, like, a licuado de papaya. And the more research I started doing, right, they say, like, you're supposed to, like, eat, like, a spoonful of the seeds. You can eat it with, like, manuka honey or whatever it may be, and those seeds are really good for you to flush out, like, parasites and worms and things that actually live in your
superfruit.
Yeah.
Nice. You just eat it straight, or do you do it like in a blender or boil it or something?
Nah, you just scoop up the seeds from the middle of the papaya,
just
bro,
soft,
and just eat them, dog. You swallow them. You swallow them whole. Yeah, you swallow them whole.
Yeah.
Oh,
hey, if you have Instagram, you can try Aslan Herbal Remedies. I gotta get homeboy back in. He's got all that stuff.
You had him like last year, 2 years ago, right?
Yeah. I went to his shop a few months ago. Just check it out. It's a beautiful shop, bro. Has everything you could think of, but Aslan Herbal Remedies. I want my commercial fee for that.
Yeah, I'll be looking for that episode when you bring him back. That was a good one.
I'm gonna hit him up and bring him back to the new year. For the new year, everybody goes on the routine now. All of a sudden, the gyms are all full of people. Right. I'm gonna be right there too for like trying to do my thing. But I'm gonna go. I'm gonna bring him back next year, homeboy. I appreciate the call, and I appreciate you got us on speed dial over there, Carnal.
That's right.
All day.
All right, well, that's what's up. See, if we don't even put the number up to get the number for us to go on. I love that.
And just to kind of piggyback off what he was saying, there's a lot of natural remedies right now. Doughboy was talking about, being sick. And usually when I have a flu or when I had COVID back in like 2020, the one thing that helped me, bro, I was like bedridden for like almost 3 weeks.
Oof.
And the one thing that helped me and kind of changed, like, me getting better was drinking mullein tea or té de gordo lobo. So you can buy it at any botanica. You can go to any like supermarket, like Latin supermarket out there, right? Or you can buy it online. Mullein tea, for those that don't speak Spanish, or té de gordo lobo, is really good for flushing stuff out of your lungs.
Is it Ordo Lobo or Gordo Lobo?
Gordo lobo with a G.
Oh, I gotta apologize to my wife, fool. She told me that last time. You need some Gordo Lobo. Don't be calling me no fat wolf. Yeah, bro. She's like, no, it's your Mexican. She's always coming to me. You come here, bro. This Mexican shit all the time. Yeah, so this is Gordo Lobo, fool. I thought she was trying to call me the fat wolf, bro. No cap, bro. This is real. True story, fool. True story. So I'm gonna apologize to my wife. There is a Gordo Lobo.
But it's good. It's really good for you to drink the tea. Like, especially if you have any like bronchitis or you're dealing with, the Rona or whatever it may be, anything that attacks your lungs.
Yeah, those they work. I don't like that shit, but yeah, the teas definitely work to help you clean up your sinus and all that stuff and help you breathe a little bit, bro.
For sure.
Especially when you're that sick, right?
Oh, absolutely.
The Chinos kind of got that game unlocked too. They got
The acupuncture.
well the everything. Fool. You got to remember. In America, or in the not even America, in the frame of world time, we're still youngsters, bro. We're still 200 plus years. The Chinos have been doing this for thousands fucking years. I mean, they literally. That's when people ask me, why are the Asians so ahead of the, like when they say of minorities? I say, well, they have an advantage. They've been around for 1,000 years, bro. They've literally been around for 800 or 1,000. No, I think their thing just went like 2,000 something. So they've been around like 1,000 longer years as far as their culture and pushing what they do.
Yeah. So, and I think to piggyback off of what you were saying right now, I think the one caveat I would add to that is that like Asian culture has been very, very good of preserving their traditions, right? For the most part. Yeah. Like being traditional and being very rooted in who you are has been very, very big in like, Eastern cultures, right?
Yeah, for sure.
And here with our cultures, right, the Latin American cultures, which we also have a lot of know-how when it comes to like natural medicines and whatnot, right?
For sure.
A lot of people want to, especially, I heard you earlier playing Nipsey, right? And Nipsey was a big Dr. Sebi fan. Right.
Dr. Sebi.
So everybody who out there who knows about Dr. Sebi and all the natural recommendations and the natural cures and all the stuff that he went in deep, right? If you really kind of go down that rabbit hole with Dr. Sebi, is Dr. Sebi credits a lot of his knowledge to a Mexican curandero that he spent years with down in Mexico, right? Okay. And you have a lot of that, which all of our cultures kind of mix, right? You have like Mexico, Central America, South America, right? Like, for a long time, first and foremost, like Mexico and Central America were one country, right? We're one unit, and then it got broken up. Very recently in
history,
and there was so much that wasn't passed along from like just losing all of like whether it was language, whether it was traditions and customs. There was a lot of those things that were lost. Right,
because of war and all that.
Wars, right? Capitalism. A lot of the things that we now now really know. Yeah. Unfortunately, there's a lot of things that were lost in translation, and Asian culture has always been really good at like preserving that, right? At keeping that intact and really kind of pushing it forward.
Well, the majority, if not all, of pharmaceutical medicine derives from like the Amazon, bro, from different plants, from different animals that they figure out they're immune to this. So let me get this animal and come this. Let me get this plant that the Amazonian people have been using for thousands of years, for cuts, and that's where they get it. It's all comes naturally. But, the capitalists have figured out a way to, make it, put it in a pill, slang it off to you. And now that we're talking about that, because, we're talking about the medicine, right? What's up with this guy who killed the CEO, bro? What's up with this guy, man?
Bro. That fool got smoked. And have you seen the video?
No, I haven't seen the video.
You haven't seen the video?
I haven't seen the video of him. Obviously, reading about it. I haven't seen the video, but reading about that, the
video is crazy.
In Manhattan, him getting shot, right?
Well, that fool's just walking, taking a stroll, minding his day. Homie just walks up and bling.
Yeah,
bro. Catches some food like point blank, just bam.
Like this whole scenario, bro, reminds me of JFK.
Yeah,
because all of us. Damn. Okay, we're watching the video. He's walking. Damn.
Bam.
Damn.
Shit locks on him again.
Shoots him from the back, huh?
Just on the back, bro.
With a silencer and everything.
Yeah, like nothing. Like nothing.
No, yeah, he had a silencer, and I guess the bullets that were used were like something to like decrease the like the sound of the impact
whole
as
thing.
well. Yeah.
Dude, that's crazy that somebody can do that. First of all, it reminds me of one of these movies you watch on TV about CIA, FBI, dark, going on there, all kind of stuff like that. And for a minute, everybody thought he was a crazy, like a major like hitman, bro. And it comes out to be it's just some young guy who is college
Well, that's
educated.
what they tell us, right?
Yeah, well, that's the other part
That's
of it.
what you think,
Because
bro.
you never know,
See,
bro.
He was wearing a
from-
shiesty, right?
Yeah, so he had a shiesty on during the whole thing or whatever, but so he got caught at a McDonald's, right? Supposedly when they
McDee's,
ratted
bro.
him out, they caught him at a McDonald's, but he still had the weapon that he used, and
That's
he had
pretty dumb.
he had the same clothes on. Supposedly, he had the same clothes on when he committed the crime. So either they planted this motherfucker, and like this shit's all fucking fake, and it really was some inside job, and they're fucking pinning it on somebody, or this dude is stupid. He just wanted to get caught.
I guess the question I would ask everybody out there, and then both of you guys, is when in history have you ever seen, whether it's local municipalities or the government, solve a crime this fast?
Only like JFK. We need to get a Patsy in here real quick. Get him out the way. What else? Oh, when they try to kill Trompito, even though Henry said, "Good show as always, good talk." Still F Trompito, homie. Trompito on here, full, many fresh. Even when they try to smoke Trompito, they killed the guy right away. Like when they want to just let's get this out the way and keep pushing.
But look at that. Look at those two examples.
Yeah,
right?
no, yeah, conspiracy.
Like we've never solved. There's so many crimes that happen on a daily basis, and there's so much information out there, and they never get solved.
Hey, they couldn't solve Tupac. I mean, they're in Vegas with how many cameras everywhere?
Bro.
This guy, for any young guy or old guy, anybody who thinks they're going to be doing crime, they followed this fool for like 2-3 miles, bro. Like, okay, he got on this bike. The camera shows him here. They followed every single camera, all the way up to I think the bus place where he got the taxi. They got the taxi, then the bus stop. So anybody they want, they can. If what it is if it's just some fool got smoked in the corner, they're not gonna take all the cops, sit there and say, we're gonna go through everything. Guy got away. But something like this or something else, yeah, you're gonna get caught, homie. But could it simply be just it's a lie and somebody else did? Yeah,
I think it is.
You think it is,
especially because they said that he was like highest in his class, like academically for like a lot of things. I think he went to Penn State.
Yeah.
Penn State is a lot of the FBI agents or former FBI agents, they're alumni of Penn State, CIA, FBI. A lot of them went to Penn State. So it's just kind of like,
well, no,
they
there's
say about
smart guys
fucking,
like
the what are they called, the groups the guys do in college.
Frats,
Like frats, like people are part of shit. Like that's how you make connections,
skull and bones.
So yeah, exactly. So it's like it wouldn't be hard to get somebody to play the part and be like, okay, like you're gonna say you did it, we got you, and then obviously later on let him go, give him a new fucking identity. He's gonna look different, whatever.
Dude, what's the name of this new Netflix show?
Like, I
I
wouldn't
just
doubt
watched
it.
it. Literally, same kind of shit, bro. There's an African American guy playing a CNN news anchor. He's caught up in a murder. He tried to go tell the guys. At the end, they're looking for him for the murder. It's a billionaires and everybody, and they're like, they're framing me, and nobody wants to believe him because they're pushing the news. They're doing all that. Same exact scenario as this guy, bro. So could it happen? Yeah, I think it definitely could happen. But at the end, you've got two sides. You actually got people liberal who are actually happy that happened, bro, and they're like, well, they're killing our people, because of how much money they're making, and I wouldn't take that route because at the end of the day, listen, guy's got a family, the guy's got this. You can't go around you're supposed to be people that believe in the world of law and order. You can't go around just smoking people because you don't like the policy they're doing.
It's like vigilante justice.
Well, that was vigilante justice. Is like, if I guess they could almost call that penny thing. We could talk about that too. The subway guy, they could say that's vigilante justice, which it wasn't. It was a guy protecting people at the bus, and all of a sudden, they're trying to make him seem like a racist guy who was holding this guy down, even though you had even African Americans holding the other guy down. But as far as back on the CEO guy. I think it's gonna definitely change the game of those guys walking around. If I'm a CEO, I'm not walking around like that no more. Fool, I'm walking around with guards.
It's also getting to the point where, to your point, like blue collar crime and white collar crime has always been viewed differently, right? Like if you steal, like for example, like Bernie Madoff. Yeah. Bernie Madoff had a multi-billion-dollar Ponzi scheme.
Major, bro.
and defrauded the entire government and so many people.
Everybody.
Right? But he's doing time, he's doing life, right? But
I think Bernie passed. Did he pass away?
Yeah, I think he passed away in jail.
Right.
I think something else that could be going on too is like this is the person that did it. Obviously got caught in a McDonald's in the same clothes with the fucking weapon that he committed the crime with still. Wanted to get caught. Is gonna take this shit to trial and just try and expose as much as he can of the whatever that CEO had going on. That could be going on.
I don't think it was quite the CEO. There's two.
No, the whole United Healthcare.
I saw one was a manifesto that supposedly he did. Now they're saying, for that it was his mom. Now they're saying he was the one that was going through back pain. So either him or somebody's family were going through some major back pain, and they were blaming this, the system, the medical system, which it can be extremely frustrating working with them, and they will do some dirtbag moves where they'll say, well, no, your shits ran out because of this or because of that. I think he just had a extremely bad bad luck with or experience.
Just had a bad taste in his mouth about it,
bad experience with it, and he probably just obsessed over it, doing his homework. Who's the CEO? First, he's probably thinking about, I'm gonna kill a doctor, and then finally he said, no, let me go all the way to the top and try to make this movement go. And he's definitely got people's eyes on it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
For sure.
And does it something need to be done about the medical system? Yeah, do it. And hopefully this administration is not just all talk. Hopefully they get in there and say, wait a minute, man, you're charging somebody. I remember years ago, I saw this little piece they did, ABC. They're charging you like $1,200 for a roll of toilet paper. They're charging you like when you spend a night in the hospital, like $10,000, bro. Like what is this? The Ritz fucking Carlton or something, bro?
That's insane.
Even if you got something that's just say, we're gonna keep you over. They don't have no heart. They're just holding you on. Beep beep. $12,000 a night. Like they're ripping you off, bro.
Yeah.
And obviously we can sit here and talk about all day about the healthcare industry, right? Like most doctors practice medicine. And I don't want that phrase to go over your heads, guys. Like they practice medicine in the sense where they're trying to figure out what's wrong with you, right?
Right.
So they're going to give you a bunch of different medication. They're going to go, they're going to diagnose the problem, right? They're like a mechanic, right? Where I actually don't know what's really going on.
Yes, for sure.
And I might make it worse, but for the most part, I have a good track record and I'm going to be able to figure this out, right? But the money that's involved in healthcare and the kickbacks that's involved in healthcare and everybody making money, the insurance industry to me is just so broken, from health to home insurance to just all over the place, right? I'll present this over to you guys in this way, right? I feel that everybody is thinking exactly what you guys are thinking, right? People are sick and tired of being sick and tired when it comes to these insurance companies.
Yes.
The CEO wasn't a good person, quote unquote, and he got what he deserved. Yeah. What if, and I always want to play devil's advocate here, but what if he was going to make monumental changes to the insurance company, aka United Healthcare, and that was going to lose a lot of money for people involved in the insurance company and those powers that be? Because for me, for me, it's like, okay, well, once in a blue moon, you see these stories happen where you got a vigilante who goes out there and tries to solve the problem himself.
Right.
But history has taught me that there's always been more of an ulterior motive for these big time hits than just hey, I don't like what you're doing. I think you're a communist when it came to JFK. With this guy, it's like you defraud a bunch of different people.
This is a much better conspiracy right here, bro.
Because, come on, man.
Yeah, this is a good one, bro.
For him, how does he know? How did he know all this information about the CEO, where he was going to be at like 7 in the morning? Like, who has that information? How does that information even leaked? How does he even know that?
People kill for much less. People kill for much less, and to sit there and say, hey, you know what? Yeah, this will be our lackey right here. This will be our fall guy. Let's get so and so hit because he is trying to, make our profit margin from 100 billion to only 88 billion because he cares about the people. And I don't care about the people. I care about my yacht. I care about my private jet. I care about just banking and banking and banking. Yeah, that could definitely be a hit. And let me throw another something completely off, but at the same time, a hit, right? Have you heard about the? Oh God, if they had a picture of this guy, I don't even know how he looks either. They had a picture of this guy. He would be the definition of stupid. Let me tell you why. Hey, it's a guy I think in Philadelphia or something. Was in prison for 24 years, wrongfully convicted. He went to the Innocence Project, got released, bro. Got $4.1 million. Within 2 or 3 years of his release, he's back in prison for murder.
What the fuck?
He came out when he got his money. This happened this week. When he got his money, he thought he was gonna become a kingpin about cocaine. He sold some fool. He furnished some guy $1,250 worth of coke.
Damn.
Probably fucking, half ounce. I don't know what the going rate is nowadays. And the guy didn't pay it back, so he killed him. Fool.
What the fuck?
Oh my god! Wow.
Hey, what do you think about that one?
Oh man, I think money only makes you more of what you already are.
Oof, there you go. Blair.
So if you're an asshole, you're gonna be a bigger asshole.
Yeah.
If you're a good person, you're gonna be, it allows you to do bigger things, right? It just intensifies who you already are.
Oh, yes.
That's like growing up, that was like one of the biggest things I've heard too, like, cause I've always thought about like, damn, like why are rich people like such dicks, And I used to ask myself that all the time, but I had a conversation one time with my dad and he told me that, as a matter of fact. He was like, no, it's like, it's just, all it does is amplify what you already are, It's like the people who fucking spend money on the stupidest shit. It's like if you're already like a super materialistic person, the minute you get money, you're gonna go crazy. You're gonna splurge and do whatever the fuck. But yeah, like if you're an asshole, bro, it's just gonna make you feel more entitled.
Imagine what his attorneys who got him off feel. Imagine how they feel, bro. If I was a district attorney that said, no, you shouldn't release this guy, I'd be like, you fucking idiots. You see what happens? Hey, put the number up there real quick, Chris.
Thanks.
But I would be pissed if I was his attorney, bro.
Hell yeah. I would be, especially if you're one of those attorneys who actually wants to do some type of good and change in the world, right?
Yes.
And you're not doing it for the money, because there's a lot of attorneys that do it for the money. And at the end of the day, right, like I always feel like let people do what they, as long as they're not hurting other people, like who really cares what people do?
Yes.
Like mind your business, let them make a living how they want to make a living, as long as it doesn't affect you personally. Like people have, I was just talking to Chris, not Black Chris, but Chris.
Right.
He was in here earlier, right? And he's like, look, I think we could solve a lot of issues by being able just to come in the middle and agreeing to disagree, right? It's like, look, you like, you like X, Y, and Z, and I like X, Y, and Z, and that's all right. I'm going to let you do you, and you let me do me. Like in this whole political atmosphere that we're in right now, where it's like, okay, my guy won, so fuck all you guys. Or vice versa. Your guy won, so like, fuck you guys. It's like, look, we still have to live here together, bro. Could you imagine going to work, right? And being like, I fucking hate accounting. Fuck them.
Yeah.
I don't want to deal nothing with them, right? And you do everything in your power to fucking make it harder for you guys to do your job.
Yeah.
You at the end of the day, we're still a team.
Yeah.
And we all have to live here together. We all have to coincide, whether it's at work, whether it's our personal lives, right? Like, I feel like if you really had a conversation with somebody who had such a difference of opinion with you, like you'd be able to find some type of middle ground. It's like in anything, bro. Music, food, whatever it may be. Like there's some type of middle ground that you guys can find, but everybody's so emotionally charged. And instead of taking a minute and realizing, let me think about it, let me, weigh out the pros and the cons and then come back, like, it's just a reaction.
But there's
100%.
some people that you want sway. That's just how they're hardwired. When I went to my mom's, right? She's like, Mio, I want to hear a podcast. Can you tell people like that other countries, especially in Europe, they all have certain like immigration laws that, you can't come here, just have kids, go back, make money, like all kind of stuff. Like, in other words, work in the immigration system, right? She's like, I got a friend of mine that's telling me, oh no, Trump's gonna take away my citizenship, like strip it. Like, my mom's like, she's not gonna take your citizenship. You're a citizen already. But I said, Mom, I can go there every night and do that. There's some people that will just say, I am indigenous, this is my land, all my people can come over here, and like it doesn't make any sense, but that's just how they believe, and you're not gonna sway their way of thought, and especially with the liberal guys. I think they're the ones that make it more divisive than anybody else. I know they'll say, no, we're the one. No, they make it more divisive because with a conservative guy, we can shoot the shit all day. And I don't agree with everything that, Republicans do. But after we're said and done, I'm cool. You just have a difference of opinion. You're a man.
Yeah.
With the liberal guy, no, you're when somebody's calling you a racist, when somebody's calling you a homophobe, whenever somebody says, that's pretty much saying that you work and think and drive off of hate. And we don't, bro. We drive off of facts. And that's the problem with the left. But I think with this last election, you see a lot of their left people coming out and say, hey, we got to get it together here. We can't use it. And it was a play. It was part of the playbook. The playbook was embarrass people, cancel people into submission. That's where everybody, I'm not saying anything about this. I'm not saying anything about that. But, since we got fucking Trump the Lokes in there, homie. Nah. He is, bro. Did you see him at France, in France with what's his name, the Prime Minister of France? Come here, give me your handshake. And everybody that used to not like him, just like they're an fool. Here comes up. He's a rock star in the world, bro. Love him or hate him, he's a fucking rock star in the world, bro. This Gil looks like Jay Leno. I'm like Jay Leno. I hope I get my money like Jay Leno. I'll be good like that, homeboy. Okay, so Joy Knuckles, I was looking for that. What exactly are you talking about? So Joy Knuckles, man, this is breaking news about the Iran. This New Jersey drone is nuts. What's up with the New Jersey drones?
Yeah, so we were just talking about it a little bit with Chris. So there was a bunch of drones, I guess, flying around in New Jersey, like big ass drones
with lights, no?
Yeah, and nobody had like any idea what it was. Even the FBI is asking the public for help.
You would think that
on
by
identifying
today's
what the
day and
drones
age,
were.
we would have, especially like in big cities, like our own drone army, bro. Like,
yeah.
Like once you see all those drones, hey, call the NYPD, get the drone guys out there, flying, figure out what the hell these things are, or even be able to capture a drone.
Yeah.
Are we in technology that we can't even capture a fucking drone, bro?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I looked into it a little bit as well, and I was just confused. I was like, it seems like something that should be like nationwide news. I don't know if people just don't give a fuck about New Jersey enough.
I saw it. I saw the light thing, but I think that we're watching so much stuff in the sky nowadays that people are becoming desensitized to it.
Yeah, for sure.
It's part of the Blue Beam Project, bro.
Part of the Blue Beam Project.
They're desensitizing us right now.
Yeah.
They're making it normal. They're normalizing it for us to see shit and be like, oh.
It's just to go back to that, to go back to what you were saying, right? Like if you've ever flown a drone, obviously they have different type of technology, right? When you fly a drone, it tells you like areas that you can fly it in and you can't fly it in, right? Because it's also based on like flight patterns and like restricted airspace. Yeah. So if you have, something that you can't identify in a restricted airspace, is like, why don't you shoot it down? Right? Yeah. You shoot everything else down, right? Like you find a guy who shot a CEO within a couple of days. Like, you have police officers who pull guns on individuals for less, right? So if you have a swarm of drones and you're the FBI and you're asking the public for information, it's like, what better place to hide it than in plain sight?
Yeah, but what are those drones gonna do?
I feel like the citizens should, if they're strapped up, they should just start shooting them.
Hey, but what are those drones gonna do? I could see if they were like at over an Air Force base or something like that. What are they gonna do in Jersey? They gonna know how to do the fist pump over there? What are they gonna do in Jersey, bro?
I don't know.
What if
they're like
it might be some maniacs over there trying to look at some windows, fool. You never know nowadays, bro. You never know. It's probably some dumbass kids and all this. They're at home just fucking laughing their ass off and thinking, because they looked weird. They had
a lot of drones though, and they were big.
They were big guys, huh?
Yeah, they were big drones.
So nobody knows where these drones came from.
No, even the FBI is asking the public for help.
That's insane. That's crazy.
I mean, I don't know what else it would be. I mean, it could be like surveillance. This is like maybe like the police
But that's
department.
not real good surveillance. You got a big old flashlight on top of that thing.
Yeah.
They were bright.
Well, unless they're not trying to hide it. It's like we're watching you.
Yeah.
But
Big Brother's always been watching you.
Yeah, but it's just getting...
Hey, Pardon Gate, man. Pardon Gate, man. What do you think about? It's actually a felony to shoot down a drone. There it is. That's why.
Well, if the FBI don't know what it is, they shouldn't charge me for shit. I'm trying to help you. I'm gonna shoot it down, and we're gonna look at it together.
Son of a bitch.
Fuck it.
It'll be USC drone, UCLA. They're watching the game.
That wouldn't happen in Mexico.
If
Fools
it's
would
like-
be with slingshots, dog. Just fucking taking that fool down.
Pegando el dron.
If it's government owned, then yeah, I mean, fuck, you get a charge for it. But they don't even know what it is. Shit is all find out.
I saw this meme on Instagram this week. It said something to the effect of funny how the laptop that didn't exist is the reason for pardoning the man for 11 years or something for everything that was inside that laptop.
That's insane.
And not just crimes that he has committed, that he may have committed. Come on, bro.
It's man, don't even get me started on this topic. I think it's just on both sides, right? Like both sides use that as a political tool, but it's such a travesty to say there. Like if I'm in Biden's camp, you have proclaimed for the foreseeable past, right? Obviously, because it's already happened, but for up until that point, you're saying, I'm not going to pardon him.
Yep.
I'm not going to pardon him. I believe in the rule of law. Nobody's bigger than the law. Nobody's bigger than the program.
Facts.
We're going to let it be, we know what it is. And then you pardon him not only for the crimes that he may have committed, right? Or that he committed, but you're also pardoning him for crimes that nobody even knows about.
Yeah.
Crimes that he might have committed or he will commit. You're talking about an 11-year blanket. That's insane. Can we all get that? Can I get an 11-year blanket of like you forgiving all the crimes that I'm making? I'm gonna go right. Like it's insane. Like if it was anybody else, whether it's the president, like all of that. Like I understand where you're coming from. It's like, but I'll put it to you this way, Gil. If that's your son, and I'm gonna put everybody in the chat, everybody out there. If I'm in that position, if I'm in Biden's position, I'm doing the same thing. I am 100%, 100 times out of 100, I am pardoning my son because, blood is thicker than water. And, anybody out there to say that, oh, no, I would let my son rot. Like, nah, bro, you're absolutely lying. The role of a father, right, is to be able to take care of your son. Even though your son is a pendejo, even though your son is the individual doing X, Y, and Z,
and he's like fucking grown
ass man, right?
Ass fucking man.
Yeah,
dog.
but I listen. I agree with you 100%. Pardon, absolutely. Difference is I'm not gonna go into a criminal enterprise with my son, and that's what Joe Biden did. The only reason that Hunter got those positions was because he could get to his father. If his father would have said, "Hunter, you're out of your freaking mind, bro. I am not going to sit here and talk to somebody out in Ukraine. I'm not going to talk to a Chinese guy. I'm not going to have lunch and dinner." It came out that, oh, yeah, I've never talked to him. Oh, yeah, he sat down with lunches with these people. In other words, Hunter was in between him and his bribes. And the bribes were, hey, I can talk to Joe Biden. And Joe knew everything about it. They've always known it. They've had over 20 shell companies. All the money was going here, going there, getting distributed. He was paying Joe's, the big guy's mortgage for like 2 years or 3 years. He was giving money to his uncle. He was giving money everywhere. Joe knew what was going on. Joe Biden fucking knew his son was in there, bro. And when he got caught, it never existed. That's why he did that whole 11-year thing. That way, what? They don't go after him. And it's going to be interesting because I think there's going to be some more pardons coming in before he leaves. There's going to be maybe some blanket pardons on his own family. And that's going to be the interesting part. The crazy part is that people on the super left, oh, no, he just pardoned his son. No, pardoning his son would be like, tax evasion, gun, this and that. Okay, pardon him. But why are you going 11 years back? Exactly to the day when he started working with Ukraine, all that. Come on, it doesn't take a genius, fool.
I think all the work that he was doing with the Ukraine, you could already see it unfold. Like the amount of support, like I said, look, first and foremost for the people out there in Ukraine, all the Ukrainians, like I got nothing but love for you, right? I think that you're in a terrible position to be put in, right? Having a country like Russia invade you and all of that. But with that being said, how funds were procured and how much funding was spent on this proxy war, I am not okay with. And most of the American people did not vote to send billions and trillions of dollars to the Ukraine on a consistent basis. Yep. You keep saying that we can't fix things here at home, but we can fix things abroad. So I think that there is a lot of validity to what you're saying, Gil, because you saw a lot of those meetings turn into funding that ended up, through obviously what ended up happening through the war between Russia and the Ukraine. But I'll put this on you, Gil. How would you feel And how are you going to feel when Trompito comes into office and he pardons everybody from the January 6th attacks? He pardons his homies. He pardons his family. And eventually he wants to pardon himself.
At this point, before I would have said it's a dirtbag ass move, Joe Biden opened the door for that. He absolutely opened the door for that because for 8 months he had his press secretary out there like a fool. And I know she's upset, but she's down for the cause. But she was just out there lying, bro, lying. We all knew, like, how are you gonna come out and just say you're not? Because he wanted so bad for us to be fooled again and believe, oh man, this guy's a straight shooter. This guy's this. He's not gonna pardon his son. Wow, what an upstanding guy. But we all knew he was lying. Hotline, what you got?
Gil.
I win.
Damn, Gil.
That's it, bro.
That's
all
it?
you got. That's all you. Come on, homeboy. That's like a 10
was
second.
fast,
Come on,
homie.
yeah, I'm at least a minute and a half, bro. Come on.
Shit.
Hey, and the crazy part, that fool didn't even put private.
He's like, call me back.
yeah. Hit me up after.
Everybody leak his number. Whoever wants to hit him up.
So I believe that with the January 6th thing, at first I was like, yeah, send those assholes to jail. But no, my mind's changed on that because they never went through the whole thing. When they asked the FBI director at the time, or one of his main guys or females, I forgot who it was, they were asking, they asked him, was there any federal agents in the crowds that day during the riots or the insurrection? I can't discuss it at this time. In other words, yeah, I just can't say that. There was guys that they had on film, like, look at this guy. He works for the feds. He's over here at this place, and they show him that. I've seen these videos. Tuck Carlson was the one that put me onto these things. And then he's the main guy. Come on, guys. They're like, this is the same guy. He's working with the feds. So in other words, they had the feds. We're gonna pump these fools up for failure. Nancy Pelosi herself is on record saying, and that was their video, the daughter recorded as she's leaving out of the Capitol building. They're in their SUV. She's saying, oh man, yeah, maybe I shouldn't have, something to the extent, maybe I shouldn't have had the United, what is it? The Guard stand down. The National Guard stand down. So they knew Trump wanted the Guard there, but they said no. Hotline, what you got?
Hey, what's up? How y'all doing, bro?
We're doing good, brother. Who's this? Where you calling from?
I'm King Mexico from Brooklyn, New York.
Man, King Mexico from Boston, from where?
Brooklyn.
Oh, Brooklyn. I said Boston, New York. God damn, homie. This shit, Pax shit is fucking his hard, homeboy. What's up,
You already know.
What's up, Brooklyn? Talk to us, homeboy.
Yo, bro, so I have a question, right? So everybody who's like looking at this immigration part from America, right? And some people have a problem with it. I just want to know, how do you feel about it when Mexico's currently kicking out immigrants back to their country and using excessive force to not let people in?
But see, the problem here is people don't want to see that. They'll say, oh, well, that's Mexico. It's fine. It's kind of like, I guess the best way I could put it, it's like black on black crime. It's okay as long as they do it to each other. But if a white guy does it, forget about it. We're going to make it national news. And it's the same thing with us. If it's being done by brown on brown, it's looked the other way. Just like when Obama had all the cages, when Obama deported so many Latinos, the news is not going to tell you that. The news is going to tell you the white man is the boogeyman. Everybody else, they're doing it for the better good of their people. At least that's my opinion on it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
because
would
I
agree.
really want to. Yeah, because I just want to know the perspective of these people who, are mad at the U.S. for doing these actions. I'm like, but when the other country does it, why are you not in an uproar? And even the people, like, I'm looking at independent news and I see Mexico's news, and the people in Mexico are actually upset because people are getting aid and then they're getting mad that the burgers are too small. They don't eat tortillas. They don't like black beans.
No, it's the same thing as over here in America. You get some people who are too damn spoiled and think they got that coming. Because why? I think because it is like George Soros and these billionaires. They want some kind of anarchy, bro, and they fund money to a lot of these nonprofits over there, and they're the ones that keep the people fed, keep them going. But as soon as Trump got into office and he said, hey, day one, 25% tariff on Mexico and Canada if you don't get your shit together, they thought it was a bluff, and at the end they blinked, bro. They started breaking up the caravans in Mexico, saying, no, that's it. The party of the immigration is over. We got a new sheriff in town. Same thing that Canada did. To me, at this point, it doesn't really matter anymore because there's a new sheriff in town. His name is Donald Trump, and he's made it very clear that we're going to have a secure border, bro, because what's the number one thing that a country should have? But not a secure border, bro. It's like your house. You're not gonna leave your doors open, your house wide open, and say everybody just come in. No, the first thing to do is secure your pad, make sure it's good, and then after that, you fix whatever's inside going on. But if we don't have a secure border, then what's the point of the military? What's the point of just having your own country? Might as well just open it up for everybody else.
Correct. And also, I have a second one.
What you got, phone?
So New York right now is currently going through a big shift, right?
New York or New York? I love the accent.
New York.
I love the accent, bro. I love the accent.
So our governor and our mayor, right?
Yeah.
They were all for like Biden, Democrats. All of a sudden, Trump gets in office. You see the mayor of New York basically kissing Trump's ass, like, "Yo, I got you. I'm gonna throw out the $350 we were giving them every week. It's done.
He said,
you want the shelters closed?
Yeah, done, closed. Do you want the money shut off? Shut off. But that fool's trying to get a pardon, bro. That fool got his own his own issues. But the reality is this. The reality is that when the governor of Texas sent all the illegal immigrants or illegal aliens, whatever you want to call them, to New York finally started feeling the brunt of what it is to have 10,000, 20,000 illegal people at your doorstep that don't have food, don't have money, don't have shelter. All of a sudden, I got to house them. In other words, I got to put up the bill for these people. And he thought that he could do it, that the government was going to keep helping him. And he said, okay, I'm going to bring them, put them in hotels. And then after a while, he saw, wait a minute, the government really doesn't help you that much. And that's why he started shipping it. He actually started shipping some back to Texas. You know why? Because he knows Texas is going to deport him. So the same mayor that was telling you, like the Democrats, we love you and do this, once they get tired of you, homie, it's time to go. And I think New York is going to probably be one of the first cities that's going to get really cleaned up because he is. That's the mayor saying, come, Trump, I'm not going to stop you. Imagine the LA mayor saying that. It ain't going to happen.
I don't know about Gavin Newsom. I don't know. Oh, and y'all also had that, what was it? Y'all just had that bill passed about
the sanctuary.
Basically, it was like the crime bill that basically even if you're stealing
Prop 36.
Yeah. You see where the country's shifting. You see it.
Yeah, it is. Even California's shifting. Yeah, you need to hold people accountable. It's not lock them up, throw away the key. But we became a country where the police officer, the guy actually doing the right thing. Is there some bad cops? Absolutely. But I think there's more good cops than bad cops. If not, we'd be like straight Mexico, right? So I think what they did was they made the cops the enemy, and they made the criminal the victim. Every criminal's a victim. Listen, we can make excuses here till tomorrow and the next day and the next day, but the reality is, if you're going around slapping up old ladies, robbing people, taking from them, you should get punished. You should eventually go to jail where you say, you know what, I'm tired of stealing, bro, because I'm going to go to jail. And that's where the country's at, and it's a good thing, I believe.
I completely agree with you on that, because it's time, like I always say, America first. We live on this land. We wake up.
As it should be. I don't know if you've seen this. There's I don't think it's a study. It's a lesson this college professor did, right? And he had a bunch of bubble gums. So he filled up one cup with bubble gums. He said, this is the amount of people that America takes in every year into this country, right? Each one being 1 million or something. At the end, is how much we take in 10 years. And he showed, this is Africa. Africa has like a big old thing like this. This is Central America. They have another thing like this. This is this. At the end, he had a full table of all the like real poor people around the world. He's like, even if we took twice as much gums, he's putting the gums in his thing and it's overflowing. The other countries, they're having all kind of babies. They're just getting poor and poor. And he's like, in other words, this thing that people believe that you're going to import all these people and solve what's going on in the rest of the world will never work. What's going to happen is pretty much this ship is going to sink. And all the other ships are going to sink because it's going to be where everybody's going to be a third world country. And he's right. But the hard part is this. The hard part is getting the greedy corporations to give those people money. Because I believe there's enough money in the world that where somebody like Musk, instead of being worth almost $1 trillion, should be worth only $50 billion. And the money goes down and gets spread it spreads into Mexico, Central America, Africa. It would have to be from the European countries putting it down. But until we get the rest of the countries working, making money, having a middle class, then either we're gonna have to be cold-blooded at some point and just close the borders, bro. And if you want to get in, it's gonna be tough. But I don't think that just opening completely is the plan. I don't think also not just letting people in and only letting people in for, I think Trump's thing is only college educated. I got a hard time with that. I think there should be lotteries in every single country. And,
I mean, I think somebody that we're seeing right now that might be the closest to that is like they're not deporting people, but they're locking them up is in El Salvador.
Oh, yeah.
You know how much a big a difference that made with what the president came and did, cleaning up the streets. Like it made a huge difference to them, and like even economically.
But even that president, I believe, is getting bought off because think about it. You got caravans of thousands of people walking through there, and he's letting them through. He's not closing his border on one side or the other.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Not pertaining to the immigration necessarily, but locking people up.
What do you think, Frank?
Of course not. I think just digesting what you guys were saying, especially what the caller was saying as well. I think it's such a sensitive subject where a lot of people get emotional when it comes to immigration because a lot of us are in this country because of immigration, right?
Yeah.
A lot of our parents or our grandparents or whatever it may be came to this country legally, illegally, however they came, they immigrated here, right? But like the caller was saying, I think the big thing that a lot of people are missing is that, for example, me being from, Mexican and my parents being from Mexico, a strong immigration policy in the United States also bodes well for protecting the resources in Mexico. Then the resources that Mexico does not have for everybody else in the world, right? Because where's everybody going to come through? They're not coming through Canada. You don't have a mass immigration to Canada to break into the United States or coming to the United States. They're coming in through Mexico. And they're being lodged at all these border cities that are over capacity, that their resources that they have, they can barely suffice when it comes to their own citizens.
Facts.
You have the have and the have-nots. Mexico has tons of problems that they have to fix themselves.
Absolutely.
And having an open invitation for everybody in the world to be like, hey, come here before you go there, right? Because they're going to open up the border for you, right? Like it puts a lot of stress on all the countries in Central America, the countries obviously in South America that people are coming through, and then in Mexico eventually when people get here, right? There's such a long chain reaction of like having these policies, right? Do I agree with kicking everybody out? No. Do I think Trump is going to do that? No. I really think my prediction is Trump has such wants to be the next Ronald Reagan. Right. And Ronald Reagan was the individual who gave us amnesty and was the reason why my parents were able to become citizens and be in this country. So I think Donald Trump is going to do something along those lines. I could be completely wrong. Right. But having a strong immigration policy here in the United States bodes well for Mexico and Central America.
Yeah, for sure, dude. I agree with you on that. I think that and Trump is doing what you're supposed to before that. You got to close the borders. You got to make it tough. You can't speak to a Congress and say, hey, let's pass some kind of immigration bill and leave the borders the way they are or they've been. But can you imagine? Because I've heard some great ideas from his fucking ass. He said, how about we give anybody who graduates 2-year college, bro? You graduate, a bachelor's degree, 2 years. I think it said 4 years. Anything with 4 years, you're automatically got a green card. Like, dude, these are great incentives. Hey, Brooklyn, I'm sorry, damn, you're still on the line, brother. That means we're
here's
enjoying your phone
one.
call.
So,
what you got?
Nah, bro. So with the drones, right? The GOP just
released this was close over there, bro.
Drones. Yeah, so the drones are actually from Iran. They fly in a drone that's a mothership and then hovering over Jersey, bro.
Oh, that's what what's the name was saying something about Iran. So is that what they're saying, that it was from an Iran plane or what?
Yeah. It's like technically a big ass super drone that's a mothership, and then they're letting out the drones out from the mothership.
And how the hell does America know that so quick?
See?
Just like remember the balloons? Oh, those are Chinese spy balloons. Like how?
Yep.
So they and what we're just gonna let them
Was it
stay
they're
up there?
just
Like,
chilling? Yeah,
I don't even know. We just gonna look at them now. It's like, yo, there's some shit that was supposed to go after them.
I've never even heard. Imagine how do they know that quick in a couple hours? Oh, they're.
Does Trump know about
let me ask you this. Hey, what do you
Does Trump
think?
know
You
about
think they're from Iran, bro?
Personally, I think it's probably a setup. You know how that goes.
Hey, what the hell does Iran care about New Jersey? What's in New Jersey, fool?
Princeton, G.
They were listening to that Nueva Fuerza Regis at Jersey Beach, bro.
They're looking to see if they're fucking out there doing the video right now, bro.
They're flying around looking for Snooki.
Yeah,
His jersey
they're looking for the
short.
fist bump.
They're looking
fool.
for Pauly D.
Listen, this is how we can blend in with America. We do fist bump. We do fist bump. Hey, Brooklyn, appreciate the call, homie.
They also trying to divert from Luigi, you know, one of the other half of the Super Mario Brothers.
Yeah, I heard the Luigi hats are going on sale major, bro. They're spiking right now. Appreciate the call, Brooklyn, as always,
I had a
homeboy.
whole bunch of Luigi shit.
There you
All right,
go.
bro. Y'all take care. All right?
Shout out, brother.
That's what Chris was saying too earlier.
What's
He
that?
said, I think you mentioned something about it not having to do anything with Iran.
I saw that the Pentagon ruled out Iran. That's what they were saying. That's the thing about this. Everybody's just putting ideas there. Still,
Yeah.
how are you gonna know within a? Oh, well, that's an Iranian.
It's an Iranian drone.
Yeah,
It's alien, G.
and it has a mothership, so we're just watching the mothership, and sometimes I get
Shot
scared.
the mothership and all the baby drones.
Yeah, I get
went-
scared of our technology,
just
bro.
scattered.
It
Just went everywhere.
or our security. It's just not that great sometimes. It sounds good. Oh, we can. Okay, we can't intercept 5, 8, 10, 20 drones, right? Whatever this was. What's gonna happen when we go to a nuclear war and you got about 130 fucking nukes over
Nah,
us?
but see, that's the thing. Like, our technology, our defense is too good, but I don't believe.
But it can't mess up.
What's
I
up
don't,
with
5 or 10 drones.
That's why I don't
What's
think.
up with the Space Force, dog?
No, but I don't think.
That exists, dog. That exists.
I don't think those drones are foreign, bro. Is what I'm saying. They know exactly what they are. They're just not telling us.
They're distracting you.
Whatever the
Like
fuck
the
they're
homie
doing.
was talking about, Luigi. Like Luigi's over here, but the drones are over
Maybe
here.
it's
Maybe they're
it's
just
it-
running
it's
like
the-
a test.
It's the big super alien that we don't know because we're like little ants. He's open up the cage real quick, get his flashlight. Hold on, let me fix this real quick. Let me fix this real quick, and he closed it. Could be, bro.
It could be.
It could be. We could be like, remember that? What was that? What was that movie? Was it Sausage Fest? The one that were cartoons?
Oh yeah,
Is that what it
That
was?
was funny.
Oh, bro, that movie.
That movie's funny
That
as
movie
fuck.
left everybody like, are you fucking? When I went to go watch it, I went to watch it with my wife. There were some people with their kids in there.
Damn.
Yeah, I saw.
All bad.
Oh,
I experienced the same shit.
No, it's-
When I went, there was like little kids, and I was like, "Do these people know it's not a
I didn't
cartoon?"
know.
Like,
Yeah, but it is a cartoon. But
no,
it's-
well, like not like a kid friendly one.
that's just low key, almost X-rated, bro.
No, they walked out. The families walked
Hotline,
out.
hotline. Like Chemo.
15 minutes into the movie.
What's the deal, Gil? What's the deal?
What's up, big
Free
Chemo?
Luigi. Free Luigi. Ya sabes, carnal.
Hopefully, Luigi. What's going on, fool?
Hey, the drones already have infiltrated, carnal. Ya sabes.
That's it, fool.
Lucha.
They're coming, fool. They're coming.
I honestly, carnal, I think it's a psyop. I think at the end of the day, you know, there's so much things going on that they're just throwing stuff out there like the balloon from China. Come on, homie, you're gonna tell me that these F4, what is it, the F-14 Tomcats or the ones that are patrolling?
Yeah.
What is it?
Yeah, F-14s. I don't know what
Yeah,
the brand they are, but
the Tomcats and that other one
the
was it Norris?
choppers,
You
bro.
think Norris?
All that
Yeah,
stuff.
you don't think that? Yeah, it's psyops. I mean, if that's the case, man, we would already been panicking in New Jersey. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, man, I mean, they're just trying to stir up the narrative to try to get everybody distracted for what's really going to
Hey,
happen.
but we
dog.
do
I
that
think
though. We do that. We're like, look over here, shiny object, and we go.
Oh,
and we
yeah.
go over there, bro.
Yeah.
It could be. Is that what you think?
I'm thinking that at the end of the day, they're just trying to see how spooked people are going to get to buy into that shit. And then here we go. Oh, did you see the aliens? Oh, did you see the drones? You know what I'm saying?
Aliens are coming, bro. 5 years.
Hey, carnal, but as far as the immigrants, man, hey, they already approved in Texas, man, to make a pinta.
They're gonna make some over there. I bet they're gonna make big warehouses.
They say they're gonna all the beaners on me, all the Alex Enamorado followers, you know what I'm saying?
We do not condone everything that Kimo Sabi said. This is
hey, you're not gotta keep it live, dog. You not gotta keep it live, carnal.
Hold on, bro.
I gotta keep it light. Hey,
We got X this guy out for that one, bro. Okay.
hey, hold on, give.
Yeah, what's up, bro? I'm about to hang up on this guy.
Hey, you got old boy talking about let me call the police over here trying to fucking spread some bullshit, trying to stay relevant. That fool can't even get 100 likes, fool.
Oh, bro, yeah.
Hey, that's why they put the drones, carnal.
Trucha for the poli, fool. Trucha for the poli, fool.
So the Catch and Face podcast won't come back to life, carnal.
Oh, Jesus. Later, chick. This fool.
Damn.
Yeah, he had to get X for that one, bro.
Ask King Wasabi.
He had to get X for that one, man. Hey, did you know that they also and they're never getting this money back? They just approved a $50 billion loan to Ukraine to get their economy going. $50 billion, bro. This was trying to get everything out before he leaves.
Damn.
This was
No, Bobby.
What?
$50 billion, bro. $50 billion.
What the
Hotline.
Hey, Big Gil, what's going on, man? This is Anthony. Posted up in Temecula, California.
What's up, Mr. Temecula? ¿Qué dices, carnal?
Hey, aquí nomás, just chilling. I should be in bed. You know, I get up at 2:30 in the morning.
Oh,
but it is what
Jesus.
it
That's
is.
right. That's my man, homie. What's going on, carnal?
I got my little alert, so I had to check it out for a minute. Anyways, so here's my thing on old boy getting killed over the CEO.
Yes.
Luigi, I believe, here's my theory. Okay, he graduated from the same high school that Obama did. Valedictorian, right? He went to Penn State, got your degree, and then he fell off the radar for a couple months, and his parents reported him missing or stolen or whatever you want to call it. So here's my take on it. I believe he had an episode. I think it was a mental health issue because he didn't have anything on his record. I think he had something about trespassing or something like that. He went to Hawaii there for a minute and he wasn't where he was supposed to be, so he got like a little citation. But I mean, he was good to go. So, and then here's my thing. I think Reagan fucked it all up when he threw everybody out of the mental health.
Yeah, but you can't blame that anymore. That's already been way too long.
I know that's years ago, but I mean, we need some kind of reform, something to open up these hospitals for
this is the thing.
People that have issues.
No, this is the thing. We've spent more on mental health in the last, especially in California. Listen, not even in the world, but I mean, and not even the nation, but the California. Let's take it as the experiment. California has spent more in the last 4 to 5 years on mental health than probably 30 years before combined. As far as money, we spent $20 billion, and the thing is, all this mental health talk without enforcing rules. You got to force people to go to these hospitals. I just saw a thing that came out in today in LA that 1 out of 4 of these places to house people with mental health or homeless or unhoused, whatever you want to call them, they're empty. Why? Because you're not forcing them. If you don't force anybody, we could have 20,000 hospitals around the nation, right? In every city. But if you're not forcing people to go inside these places, it would never help. So it's about, I think, having to force these people. One thing I would push back on you about this guy's mental health, his mental health was sure good enough to make a damn silencer. I don't even know how to make a silencer, bro.
And it was a ghost gun too, right?
Yeah, it was a ghost gun. So he was thinking. He was thinking, bro. He was thinking, and he had all kind of shit. But you know, the best, he was too horny, and he fucking had to put his mask down to say hi to the barista at the Starbucks or whatever. And that's when they got a good picture of his face. But I think in reality, I think we'll never know the real truth, bro.
Hell no.
Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing with mental health, right? You call somebody on a 5150, right?
Yeah.
So they roll out here, and if the police thinks that he's coherent, then they won't take him in.
Right.
Even though he's whacked out of his freaking mind.
Of course.
And at the end of the day, after I think was it a 72-hour hold? After that, he could walk out on his own, even though he's whacked out of his mind.
Absolutely.
I mean, you know, that's something that we do really have to take a look at because there's a lot of individuals out there that do have mental health issues and their families turn their backs on them. You know, I understand, you know, tough love and this and that, but I mean, something's got to be done about that. I mean, I'm not saying what he did was right. Absolutely, 100%, he was in the wrong.
Absolutely,
you know?
Yeah.
But you know, as far as mental health goes, I mean, we gotta. I know you said we spend all this money on mental health and this that. I don't know. Maybe we have to relook at it, and you know, hopefully, Trumpito will.
Trump's gonna do it, homie. Trump's gonna do it.
Do something, right?
For
Instead
sure.
of sending everybody back, maybe he'll, you know, look at that and say, hey, you know what? There's a problem here. You know, because in the jails, come on, man, these guys are out of their mind. They're walking over there in Gen Pop, and you know they're doing all this crazy shit. And then what happens at the end of the day? They get beat down, and they get you know what
I get you. Hey, man,
and nobody gives a shit about these guys.
Appreciate the call, Temecula. Appreciate the call. You gotta go to work tomorrow.
Right. I'll let you get to it.
I appreciate it. Shout out to your sons,
evening.
homie. Like, hey, you know, something he said triggered something that war with Mexico, homie. Trump just had that interview on NBC, and he's like, no, we won't go to war. And he's like, well, yeah, but you're saying that you're contemplating sending troops in to go in and fucking take out these cartels. He's like, yeah, we're gonna do it. He's like, no, like, but you're not worried about. I'm not worried about it. He's like, in other words, no, I ain't worried about it. But he's already, and to me, I was like, oh shit, these fools are gonna go in. I think before his administration is over with, he's gonna go in there. You're gonna see what they want is the government. They want Congress or them to pass a law to label cartels a terrorist organization. Because as soon as they get labeled a terrorist organization, we go to Mexico. And I'm not talking about like the whole, no, they're gonna special ops. Even though I'm sure there's some already there, but special ops will go out there and start knocking these fools off little by little.
That'll be a badass Call of Duty campaign.
Sick fool. For real, Call of Duty.
Call of Duty, Mexico.
Tijuana.
Yes,
Damn,
fool.
fool.
What do they call them in Tijuana? They call them like the parcels. What do they call them?
The zonas?
Yeah, something like that. Where they the plazas.
The plazas.
Yeah, it'll be Tijuana, las plazas. Like, oh, sick ass fool.
I just well, you had the President Sheinbaum speaking about, you know, when she was talking about, you know, Trump and those comments, right? And she made a lot of valid points, right? That Mexico, it wouldn't produce as many drugs, wouldn't produce as much, you know, as they're producing, right? If there wasn't such an insatiable,
demand,
you know, appetite and demand here in the United States.
We want our clavo, fool.
Another thing, right? The United States produces the most weapons in the world,
Hotline, yeah.
Mexico doesn't produce any weapons. So all the weapons that Mexico has are U.S. made.
That's why the cartels are taking over there. Hotline, what you got? Where you calling from?
What's up, fool? I'm driving and I'm calling from Fresno, Calipas.
Puro Fresno.
And when this fool said, when he said, that'll make a badass Call of Duty campaign, I lost my shit. Like, shit.
Yeah. That was a good
I was
one.
thinking, that was a good one. That's like some, that's like a stand-up comedy shit. You know? I was like, oh, fuck.
Yeah, we're thinking about them going to war. This was a time. And Doughboy Tony said, he's like, Call of Duty, bro. Mexico, like cartel, like, oh hell yeah, bro.
And that'd be badass.
No,
Shit.
yeah, y luego pones los niños vendiendo los chicles. Todo eso,
güey.
I'm like, bro.
They're walking the bar, they're doing yayo, las viejas, the whole shebang, fool. Shooting up the kilos. You see in the video, you see the kilos of powder going everywhere. Shit. Yeah, we're going to do it.
I lost my shit when because I'm listening. But when this fool said that, I'm like, fuck, I don't think it's the same shit. Oh, fuck. All right,
shit.
man. Hey, you guys have a good night.
Hey, you too,
right,
brother.
gotta go.
You should call late.
Appreciate it.
Right.
That's right, homie. Homie's enjoying his drive over here. You made it that much better. So
Hell yeah.
I hear that is the argument that they have used since the beginning of time. Because I even talked to my father-in-law. He's like, pues si estos pinches güeros no tengan así como puercos. Like, yes, it's true. But if they're poisoning your country and the government of Mexico, they're not gonna do anything about it, folks. They're not gonna do anything about it.
Yeah, I mean, like we're the country that has the most armed people, and we don't got shit like that going on, you know.
This is my theory.
Let's shoot.
You've seen intelligence agencies and, you know, alphabet agencies for the longest time use drug dealing and terrorist activities to fund black ops.
Oh, they're still doing it, yeah.
You've seen it in El Salvador, Nicaragua, Panama, all over the world. What makes you think that the cartel situation is anything different?
I don't. I do believe that you have like CIA and they're picking their champion at the time. After a while, those guys get too much power, and it's like, hey, we need to trade in this guy. We'll topple this guy over. These guys are all telling on each other over there. They have DEA connections. They yes, these fools got some dope over here. Let me pass for my shit. But the difference is you got Donald Trump, which is not your regular player. That other presidents would just, don't worry, Mr. President, this stuff. This guy's a nosy son of a bitch. I'm like, we're doing what? Like, no, we don't need to be doing this kind of shit. Like, and I think that's why they don't like him. He's a major anti-establishment guy, major anti like the globalist thing, major anti what is it called? Deep state, bro. And that's what that is, because we should not be poisoning our own country, and that's what they're doing by laying all this dope in, poisoning our own country. Because look at the amount of drug addicts we have nowadays, bro. If this is not worse than the pandemic, I don't know what is. This is much worse than COVID, much worse than cancer, much worse than gangs. Right now, you can go to one of these places where you got people who are doped out and strung out. You're not just gonna see minorities. You're gonna see some güeros, you're gonna see some chinos. It's getting everybody. Everybody and their mama is getting sick of dope, and it needs to slow down, bro. I think it would help. As far as the president of Mexico, when they killed 29 other people in order for her to get her place, that'll tell you there's not a lot of really fair stuff going on over there. And do I see him going in there? If they make them the terrorists, but they won't. Congress won't. Congress won't, because some of those guys get kickbacks too.
Yeah.
Everybody's making money.
Yeah.
I don't think it's about good or evil. I think it's about green. I think it's about money. It's about money at the end of the day.
Mr. Moses. Remember, for 32 months, blue collar, hit that like button. All right, look at that.
Right.
32 months, huh, boy?
So I wanted to bring up what Smiley from East Los is saying.
Big Smiles always says good stuff.
Mexico could fix the country if they do what the president of El Salvador did. But Mexico has lots of tourism, and cartels have invested in legitimate tourism businesses.
We get to that. Hotline. That's a great poster.
Yeah, that is a great point.
Hotline, what you got?
Americans need to take responsibility for themselves as far as being drug addicts. Mexico is not going to stop anything. If it's not Mexico, it can be fucking Canada. It can be any other country in the world bringing stuff in from China.
Yeah, but
Americans need to take responsibility. Americans need to take responsibility for their own actions. They become drug addicts because they want to.
He's upset, bro. Don't be so upset, bro. Don't be so upset, bro.
This is Adrian.
Americans need to take responsibility. That's all it is. I know that. I know that.
I don't think that's all it is.
You're not a drug addict because you don't smoke. Because you don't want to be a bum.
Do you want to scream, or do you want to have a conversation, bro? I can do the same thing. I can do this too.
No,
Relax,
I'm
fool.
telling you right now.
Relax, fool. Relax. So listen, I believe that any country has its. All right, so he can listen to me now.
Sound like Adrian.
He's upset, bro. He's upset.
Is that you, Adrian?
Listen, it's just like if I live over here and I know my neighbor is slanging dope to my son, bro, and he's getting him strung out. I told him, hey, dude, stop fucking selling dope to this mother. Yeah, he's a fucking dope fiend, this and that, but you still like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna fuck that fool up.
Yeah.
And if you tell me, hey, have your son, pat, I'm gonna hit you too. I'm gonna say, hey, take responsibility for your mouth right now. Like, nah, homie, at some point, it's one thing to get a little dope. I think this is what has changed the game and has changed the rules. Fentanyl. Because now so much fentanyl is coming from China. China's dropping off in Mexico to make it, because China's the only place that has the plug for the recipe to make fentanyl. Only place in the world, bro. It's gonna be China. They're bringing it to Mexico, and they're putting it in everything to get people super addicted. So it's even the greeds of these dope sellers and all that stuff that's throwing all this stuff in here, because look what it's doing, bro. Is it the responsibility of the dope fiend once he's out here and then we gotta take care of him? Yeah, for sure. I'm not the guy that hugs fucking drug addicts, bro. I'm the guy that says these guys need to get arrested, get forced to go to rehab, and do this or that. But to sit there and just say, well, Mexico they have no fault. Yeah, America's definitely have the majority of the fault, but you're slanging dope to these people, and at some point, this
like enabling.
Yeah, this government's telling, hey, fool, pump your brakes. You're sending too much dope over here. We got too many people dying, and then you got what's the guy's Adrian right there that got upset. Right? Oh shit! Hold on. Mental health. What do you want, philosopher?
Yo.
Yo, he said, yo.
What's up, fool?
Poppin'.
What's cracking?
Hey, for somebody needs to back up. This was gonna come to the studio right now. He's upset, bro. He's upset. What's going on, brother?
Yeah, man, I just wanted to tap in with the boys, see how it's going.
Anthony Ramirez said he
bro,
called. Shout out to Anthony.
Frank only wants to do episodes when I'm not around now.
Yeah.
Fool, we're the same person, G. We don't see us in the same room at the same time.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, fool, they are, Cartel. It's fucking Superman over here.
Schizophrenia because I'm talking to you right now, G, but.
Hey, fool, there's a lot, when I was pulling up to the studio, I was waiting to see you. There's a lot of clients out there for you, mental health, fool.
All right, bro, that's why I called in. I just got home, pulled up the phone, saw we talking about mental illness, trying to hold the homies down. Hey, man, but you know what? I'm coming with my pamphlets, but I got a question since I'm not there, man.
What you got?
I want to see what y'all think about. I don't know if you've covered this yet, but what y'all think about the whole Trump trying to go after cartel now?
We literally, bro. This was the conversation we're talking about, and some people got upset. I don't know if that was really Anthony Ramirez. He thanks Miguel for taking my call. He's cracking up. Some people, and I would think Frank's in that category, but he says it much more articulate, much calmer. That believes that America has such a huge appetite for destruction, which is drugs, that pretty much is just our fault. I don't know if is it just our fault, but I believe that for a fact, if Congress, somebody passes it where they're a terrorist organization, which if they chop off the head of a mayor last month, if they kill 29 people to get a president fucking elected, I think it's fair to say they're a little bit of a terrorist organization.
That's what we call it Mexico Monday, fool. What you mean, bro?
¿Qué pasó? Al cabrón le cortaron la cabeza, no hay pedo, vámonos. Now that's crazy,
hey,
fool.
I heard the homie was like nothing major, fool.
Nothing. That's what they put on the tombstone for the mayor. Nothing major. Oh shit. What do you think, philosopher? You think they're gonna go in there?
Man, you know what's funny is I would usually call Cap like a motherfucker on that, bro. But I think Trump would do it, man. And I think, bro, if they really were trying to send out like the Delta teams out there, bro, this is what my concern is. Though I think that if they're really about sending these Delta guys out there, or just any type of really high level soldiers out there to really hold it down, I believe that if anybody has the ability to put a dent or impact on the cartels, it's definitely us. But if you look at our history, every time, whether it was fucking Afghanistan, whether it was Vietnam, when we go and fight people on their soil, and these people aren't just normal soldiers, we don't really do too well.
Yeah, but I don't think it's not gonna be that kind of war. It's gonna be, I think it's gonna be just like fucking straight assassinations, bro. That's what these fools are gonna do.
Trump said it's all out, everything. He said he's pulling all the stops. He wants to do major damage.
I bet you there's talk behind the scenes. They gotta get rid of the fentanyl. They gotta say, hey, this fentanyl business is not good for us anymore. It's making major money. It's making major addicts, but it's making major enemies that maybe you really don't want.
Look, bro, all we got to do in America is the last thing I'm going to say, and I'm going to let y'all go, take up all the time. I need to show up today, but all we got to do to fix this problem, bro, is figure out how the fuck we get back to that 80s cocaine where it's clean, ain't nobody knows.
Thank you, bro. Thank you, bro.
And then we're good.
I'm down with that, fool. All right, philosopher, I can hear the baby oil sprinkling atop your head as we speak, fool. He's over here like this right now, fool.
It's on my chest, bro. It's on my chest.
This sick bastard.
I know, I need to rub it in, bro. I'll let y'all go.
Later, fool. The philosopher from the bathtub full of baby oil.
That's right.
Oh shit. I'm not even gonna ask this guy. He's still thinking about fucking Call of Duty on the fucking thing.
I think what I was gonna say initially is like, it's hard to just put all the blame on Mexico.
Oh no, it's not all the blame.
But
I think.
I do think a majority of it comes from American culture,
I
where
agree.
it's like we fucking.
I agree.
Or it's in our rap music, it's in our rock music. These kids look up to these rock stars, these rappers who are popping pills, doing all types of shit, so it has a lot to do with our culture, but you would be dumb to say that Mexico had no fault in it at all, because obviously that's where a lot of the supply is coming from, bro.
Absolutely.
So it's like,
that's the plug.
Somehow, some way, they got their hands in it. Their hands are just as dirty as the American people's are.
I think there's too much money involved and this is the reason why there hasn't been any substantial change to this issue, right? Because you talk about the guns that are being sold, you talk about the pharmaceutical companies, right, that are trying to make cures, Narcan and things of this nature, right? You talk about all the other entities that make money and profit off of the war on drugs, right? Law enforcement, privatized jail systems, right? There's just so much money that this type of fighting this issue creates, that actually curing it, right, and eradicating it is not good for business. So this is why I'm so skeptical when it comes to what Trump is saying.
Yeah.
I think it's him woofing. I think it's
you
him.
don't think he'll go, bro? Oh,
no.
he's gonna.
No,
He's gonna go, bro.
Nah, Cap.
You wanna go, bro?
Cap.
You don't think he's gonna go, Frankie?
Cap.
Hotline. Is Trumpito gonna go or not
I
go,
don't know.
bro?
Yeah, I don't know if he will.
Caller, you all right, bro? He's there. He's still there. He's listening. No, he called you. What you mean you don't think?
I don't think
That's
he is,
a
bro.
that's a big fight, bro.
Nah, that's man.
At that point, you're gonna be hurting people's pockets that don't have that are in political
Trump
positions.
don't give a shit, bro. That's why he's literally telling America we're gonna deport millions of people. When would you think a president would say that? No,
man.
you haven't. You haven't.
Well, it happened in our history.
Yeah, but when have you heard a president in modern history come out and just say this was gonna happen, bro?
Modern history, I haven't been alive that long, so I wouldn't know. But it's happened, right? I think everybody in the chat.
Well, it's happened, but I think Gil's saying
somebody outwardly saying it.
Yeah.
I'm like somebody outwardly say somebody already did it, but they didn't say it.
Let me ask you this.
So you think he's saying it and he's actually going to do it?
The early times don't count.
Would you be surprised
In the 1940s.
if he did it? Would you be surprised if he did it?
Would I be surprised? Yeah, absolutely.
I would.
100%.
I think.
Would I be surprised if he went and fought the cartel?
No, see, but when people hear fight, they think like a whole army. No, these fights will be 12-man groups, SEAL teams, Rangers. It's not gonna be.
That's not enough.
Oh, no,
That's enough.
That's enough, bro. These
fools.
Yeah,
All
they
the
are,
cartels
bro.
in Mexico.
No, well, they're gonna.
What do you, so you're
chopping off the heads.
To you,
bro.
it's like they're just targeting the people that have power.
Hotline. Oh no, I think this is Kimo. Estás pedo, güey. There you go. It's on over there, right? Okay. Hey, he's still trying to talk. Good luck, bro. Oh, you know what? I don't know how that looks, but I'm sure it would definitely be like they do with the terrorists, bro. They go out there and just.
So yeah, what you're saying is take out the people who have power in these cartels.
Yeah, that's what definitely they'll do.
Then yeah, it's possible.
Hotline. Moises said they're gonna do it.
I thought you were talking about white.
What's up, caller?
Hello.
Yes.
Everybody, foot soldiers, everybody.
What's up, Gil?
Oh, what's up, fucking Somas? Talk to us, homeboy.
What's up, bro? Hey, I just got off the phone with my tío Trump, bro.
¿Qué dice mi compa?
He said, don't test him, bro. He said, don't test him.
Hey, listen, homie, I send you a warning. Don't test me, homie. Don't test me.
He said, don't fuck. Yeah, he told me to relay the message. Don't fucking test him, bro. Let me tell you what I think, bro. I think Trump is going to go in, bro. And let me tell you why. Because if Trump goes in, and, you know, and it's going to be something like somebody mentioned, it'll be like a Delta Force. It ain't going to be something that's going to be, you know, publicized, right? I think Mexico will go along, but it'll have to be something that'll be very, you know, on the down low, right?
Hush, hush.
Yeah, but think of, I guess think of the liberation that it'll bring back to Mexico, right? And it'll reignite that country. Like look at El Salvador right now, right?
Right.
The people are alive, they're free, they're out there, they're enjoying the country, they're on their beaches, they're out there at night. It'll be the same for Mexico, and it will incentivize tourism back into Mexico, which will also generate money into the United States.
Yeah, this is true.
That's why Trump is joking about, you know, incorporating Canada and Mexico. You know, I don't know anybody who really goes to Canada, but Mexico is a huge tourist place.
Oh, yes, well, Mexico's
You know,
beautiful.
And I think you talked about it a little bit earlier. When Trump talks about the fact that they're poisoning our people, they really are poisoning. And I'm not talking about Mexico, but I'm talking about whatever way fentanyl is coming in. It is poisoning the future generations of this country, which in turn makes this country weak.
Yes. Yes.
It makes this country weak, and it makes this country dependent on drugs. And let's be very honest, useless. We will have no real leaders in this country. We'll become basically like a third world country.
Yeah.
And I think at the end of the day, Trump is going to do whatever's going to benefit America. And if it means going in and doing what let's be honest, what the people of Mexico want too. Because those people, the people of Mexico don't want to live that way, bro. They don't want to live that way, bro.
They don't.
They don't want to live that way.
I know for a fact, I know a compa from work that he's from Sinaloa. And he's like, dude, it's fucking scandalous out there. He's like, right now, my rancho, they pretty much told everybody, you don't come out. Anybody comes out, you're going to get killed. He's like, I know people that gotten killed, and they leave him on the side of the road. And this is just recent. That they killed this one guy. He's just a regular guy. They leave him on the side of the road, and nobody picks him up. I said, why nobody pick him up? Because these guys are watching. Whoever picks him up, we're going to follow him to their house and see who they are. So he's like, there's family members literally sitting there watching their family member dead, and they know he's innocent, but they're like, no, puto, ¿pa qué trabajas? And he's like, dude, and it's just like, it's a free for all. And I said, well, what's up with the law? He's like, well, the Marines will come once every month, come in there, do a little show, and then they back out again of the mountains, and again, it's a free for all. So he's like, and over there, they're at war, homie, and the regular people, they're just leaving the towns. Think about that. What kind of world are those people living in where the government won't even protect you? And that's the thing with Mexico. People can't have guns. And what happens? Well, the cartels can have guns all day long. The crooked cops can have guns. But regular people that want to protect their homes, they got no guns. So they're defenseless, man. And it sucks. Yep.
Yeah, it's true, bro. I mean, I spoke about this a long time ago. If Mexico had, let's say, a Second Amendment, right? This would have never gone this far, right? Never.
I agree.
Because you know as well as I do, Latinos and Mexicans in general, bro, we like to fight, right? And you talk about towns where, hey, man, you want to come in and mess with these people are going to stand up. You know what I mean? Especially if they got a means to do it. Yeah. So I predict, and like I said, bro, I think it's going to happen, but it's going to be very, very on the down low, because, at the same time, Mexico doesn't want to seem like they're asking for help either.
Of course.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, of course.
Because, we're very proud people, right? So I think it will be done, and I think at the end of the day, it's going to benefit everybody.
For sure. What do you think, Frankie?
I think my conspiracy hat is tingling, to say the least, man. I think that the more that we speak about this issue, the more and more I hear more people kind of give their opinions. It's like, I don't believe that he's speaking directly to Mexico. If you talk about him attacking the deep state, him having a very public comment about what he intends to do is really speaking to those individuals that are making the money and running the rackets, right? Because, like I said, everybody's making money. The gun manufacturers, the drug manufacturers, the people that are selling it, the people that are trying to cure it, right?
Everybody.
There's so much money involved in fighting and making drugs, right? So if you are correct, Gil, and you're saying that Trompita is really trying...
Trompito, fool. Put some respect on that shit, bro.
My bad. Trompito. Trompito. Trompito's over here. Trompito's over here speaking to somebody that we don't know. Not necessarily Mexico, not necessarily Scheinbaum, not necessarily the international community, but those individuals that are running the letter organizations, the ones that are really running the world, right?
For sure.
It's like, hey, man, I know what you're doing, bro, and I know this is a racket, and this is what I'm going to do. So I'm going to put it out on Front Street. I'm going to put it out there so you hear my message, right, that I'm going to, I found your racket, and I'm going to end it.
But you know what? I think it's bigger than that. When I heard you talk right now, Somas, it reminded me of something, and this relates directly to this, like how the caller was upset saying that it's our fault. I did a piece on this. Didn't get a lot of views because people don't really like to hear the truth. The Opium Wars. The Opium Wars of the, I think, late 1800s, early 1900s, between the Chinese and the British. The British government was coming in with ships, and they had the fucking more than half of the country of China hooked on opium. That's when they had those opium dens. And opium, for people who don't know, is a different type of heroin that you smoke. And the Chinese told the British, hey, that's it. Do not bring any more of this stuff over here. They went to war. Great Britain went in there, went to war, won the war, and said, we're going to keep on pushing dope in here. And then there was Opium War number 2, and that's the one that China finally won, and it took the dope game out of China. And right now, who's playing the Opium War? We're like the Chinese, and the Chinese are like the British, because China's pushing all this stuff over here. All this fentanyl stuff. All this. China knows damn well what they're doing, bro. And they're getting our country addicted of drugs, bro.
And TikTok.
And TikTok, fool. So I think we got to take a lesson from the opium wars. And at some point, we got to go like, yeah, we're the drug addicts. No doubt about it. But we're going to make sure you stop bringing dope over here. Or at least try to slow it down.
Well, you know what's another thing that a lot of people don't know, bro, is you guys know what the term OTM means?
OTM?
Off the mushrooms.
Yeah.
Talk to me.
No, OTM basically means other than Mexican. When Trump is talking about doing an end to the birthright citizenship, the biggest violators of that loophole is actually the people of China.
China did a lot.
They have a term called OTM, which means other than Mexican when they're coming into the border, because the Mexican people aren't the ones that are really coming over here. The biggest violators of that law are actually the people of China. They send the women here 8 months pregnant. They have a baby, and they have dual citizenship, and they're buying up the land here in America.
Yeah. That's another thing I wish the administration would do is make it where they can't come in here and just buy this land, bro. Lease it. Just
well, you
like
know what, bro? I'm gonna call Trump, bro. I got a direct line to him, bro, and I'm gonna talk to him about these things. But don't underestimate.
Give him a call. Tell him I got a couple partners I need, homeboy. Nothing major, carnal.
All right, cool. Got you, bro.
All right, bro. Thanks, brother. Appreciate the call.
All right, bro. Late.
Big Somas.
That was very insightful. No, absolutely right. He made a very, very insightful point at the very end, which to that, I've been saying that in conversations I've been having about immigration with like my own family and people in my own circle, right?
Yeah.
Where as Mexicanos, we need to understand that most of our people aren't coming here anymore, right? A lot of us are going back to Mexico, right? The immigration that's being spoken about is of Asian countries, of Ukrainian countries, of Eastern European countries,
Asians.
of all over the world, right? That are coming to the States. That I think first time in my lifetime, we're in a place where like when you say immigrant, like not specifically speaking about Mexican, right?
Yeah.
Like I think we have that internalized that when people are like, oh, we're going to kick all the immigrants out, and we're like, we feel personally
We can't
attacked.
just throw the whole jacket on.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's like, what immigrants are you speaking about?
Right.
Like, who are you speaking about? Because on many episodes that I've been on here, I've said that there's a lot of people that come into this country. Shout out to our U.S. military. Shout out to like this, the obviously the intelligence agencies and everybody out there who's actually doing real work, right? Because there's a lot of people that are coming into this country that don't have our best interests at heart.
Hotline.
Again, you're the drug addicts. Take responsibility.
No, bro. I'm not.
For your own actions.
It's your fault, fool. It's your fault, fool.
Oh my God.
It's your fault.
I'm a victim.
Hey, fool.
I'm a victim.
You sound like you're Irish, fool. You're Irish, fool.
You bring in here. Oh my God. I am the victim. You guys are.
Later, fool.
I am the victim.
Hey, when we're talking about insurance, I wrote this thing down. Home insurance. This is effed up, bro. Florida, esto ya está pedo. Florida had this house. These people have been paying. They've been doing the right thing. They've been paying for flood insurance for 10 years. The insurance company came in, and since they had a 3.5-inch step down from the front door to the living room, they said, no, you cannot have flood insurance. You have a basement. They denied it, bro.
What the fuck?
Let me actually give you like a scenario that I just experienced, personally experienced. So my, thank God my parents just paid off their house about a year ago.
Oh, very cool, bro.
I didn't have that information prior to, right? Because, as Latinos, like, we don't like to share that information. They're very old school. They're, like, very closed up, right?
I'm making sure you don't take them out.
But they finished paying their home, right? Which is an incredible feat. What most people don't know is once you finish paying your home, then homeowners insurance is no longer required.
Well, you don't have to have it yet.
You don't have to have it anymore.
If your ship blows up, you're fucked.
Exactly, right? So they were going through Mercury. Okay. They had like a day or two lapse. And with
I know what happened.
So my dad calls me, my dad and my mom, they're like, hey, we had this lapse. We don't understand what's going on. We're trying to get this, reinstated. They won't reinstate our insurance. So we go and we do the back end work and try to get their insurance reinstated, right? They first asked for like exterior pictures. So I send them like 5-6 different pictures. No go. We need to see the roof. Okay. I send them pictures of the roof and they're like, that roof needs to be replaced. We're not going to insure you. And it's like, bro, we just did this roof 10 years ago. What the fuck are you talking about? What do you mean that you're not going to replace us, that this roof is unreplaceable? They're like, okay, well, if you want us to insure us, right? Their policy was a very nice policy. It was like about like $900 a year, which is super cheap.
That's nice, yeah.
So now they turn around and say, okay, we can insure you, right? There's these other insurance companies, but now your policy goes from $900 to $3,000 overnight
for $1,000 to $3,500 bucks, bro.
Overnight, right? And they're refusing. And I'm seeing this with a lot of my friends and a lot of people in the real estate industry, right? That a lot of people are refusing to, even when you purchase a home, one of the contingencies of purchasing a home is having, like, if you live in the homie who called from Temecula or the IE or up here in the valley where you see a lot of fires, one of the contingencies to purchase a house is having fire insurance, right? So you can't close escrow without it. And you have all these companies who are refusing to even insure you, right? So you're saying that all these houses, right, all these individuals, you can get, for example, Mercury, you can give me car insurance, but you won't insure any homes in California. So and this brings that issue that you're speaking about, right? Where, all right, well, let's start kicking these insurance companies out. Like, you can't insure cars here. You can't do any type of business unless you're offering a real plan to insure homeowners. Because what the other insurance companies are doing they're gaming the system. They're trying to find ways to kick you off these policies, to re-sign you at a fucking exuberant amount.
Of course, but I think house insurance doesn't that go like a couple years, the contract as far as getting it, Frankie, or no?
What's up?
House insurance doesn't it go like a couple of years and you have to renew it anyways?
Yeah, it's like every year.
So it's not like a 10-year lease.
Nah, it's like an annual. When you're on an automatic annual renewal, they have to find a reason.
I heard one guy who's an insurance guy, and I was like, all right, let me see, this guy's gonna be full of shit. I actually bought his excuse for the prices. I did. I was like, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Like, listen, we came in here, we gave you a quote, let's say in 2012, $1,000. That house that used to cost $370,000, $400,000, now costs $1 million. If your house burns down, guess what? It's not going to cost me $400,000 what I originally insured you for. Now it's going to cost me $1 million to get this house rebuilt. So obviously they got to raise the prices. And then they say, as far as fires, look at Malibu right now, bro. Look at these major fires. It just sucks for people out there. But I work in these places. And I look and I'm like, bro, one of these days there is going to be a fire out here that ain't going to stop because they're built on top of each other. And what the rich people do, they love brush, bro. They have more trees and everything that's just connected to each other. But once you get one of these storming fires like Malibu, and if you would get it like in imagine the Beverly Glen area, bro, it's tough. I do like the idea that you say about if they have car insurance here, that way they kind of offset their costs because they're making a killing.
Absolutely,
off the car ones.
Yeah. And I can find the money. I know where they get the money from, like to subsidize insurance. Those $50 billion that we sent to Ukraine.
Facts, bro.
Why don't you give it to the insurance companies to subsidize, homeowners insurance in states like Texas and Florida and California, where you have these natural disasters that happen every so often, right? Like to your point, like what you're saying about Florida, flood insurance and hurricane insurance, right? Like a lot of insurance companies don't want to do that because time and time again, these hurricanes are coming in, destroying communities.
If you do the math, it's like it's not worth it. But that's what some of these insurance companies are saying. That I think like 2 or 3 left California, the housing insurance. They're like, we're gone. Why? We're not making any money. It's like, dude, you guys are getting fires all the time. Earthquake insurance, I'm sure they're making a killing because there hasn't been earthquakes, bro. But as far as fire insurance out here, fire insurance, like flood insurance, landslide areas, we become so prone to it. And I think also all the regulations that the state has that makes these guys like, and imagine I don't need that headache, bro. I go slang dope over here. So they're going to the rest of the country and slanging in California. And it sucks because who's getting hit is regular people like your parents. The people who got big money, they don't give a shit, bro. They got money. My insurance went from some of these places where I work at, their insurance, their tax for their houses are probably like $4 million a year, bro. That's just a tax. That's not the mortgage, bro. So do you think they really give a shit about? Nah, they don't care, bro. But it's always the little people that are getting hurt. But until that changes, that's another money grab, bro. It's insurance companies, come on.
Man,
It ain't
Everything's
gonna-
a money grab, dog.
Hey, and that sucks when you let it lapse like that. You know what they count on all the time to let lapse is like life insurance.
yeah,
So many people do, bro.
yeah.
It lapse one day, you're done. That's the game, right?
That's the game.
That's the game.
That's the game, bro. This is what we need. You know, the Newsoms of the world to really be solving is issues like this.
Yeah, but
right?
he's not, bro.
He's not.
He's-
He's not. He's not gonna do anything. He's a lame duck. He's gonna be a lame duck until he gets out in 2026. He wants to your point, right? Like he wants to kind of puff himself up to look good to be able to run for like a presidential run in 28.
Unless Trump just does the complete worst job of any president in history, there is no way in God's green earth that Gavin Newsom win that, bro. Because look what you did to California, bro. You ran California on one of the most woke agendas, on one of the most like everything's gonna go electric on this and that, and maybe
horrible.
It don't work, bro. It just don't work. And now how about that one? That he's trying to. No, he's not trying. He's gonna pass it where all the electric cars except for Tesla get like a rebate.
It's stupid. How are you gonna use your government power, right, to really be petty of that? Like include all of them or none of them, right? Doesn't make sense. Is it electric car? Cool. Why aren't you including Tesla? Because Elon's a friend of Donald Trump. That's stupid.
But that's what they're doing, bro.
That's stupid. It's dumb.
He
he
passes
makes
policies like that.
he makes a quality product, you know, and don't even get me started with this 63-cent, tax
Oh, it's
hike
coming.
on gas.
It's coming.
That's coming. We already have the highest taxes on our gas and our fuel here in the entire country. You're adding another 63 cents.
Nothing major. It's nuts, bro.
Yeah.
It's nuts. It's for other projects and at the end, bro, this is gonna I think Art just said they want this place to be just like renters only. It is. It's gonna be a place where it's only the super rich.
They don't want ownership.
Only the super rich. The middle class is gonna be a class that rents everything, doesn't own jack shit, and I don't want to live in that country, homie. That's what we got Trompito in the building, man. All right, we're gonna start wrapping this one up. You guys coming in next week, homie, or what?
Yes, sir.
Definitely trying, yeah.
I will.
God willing.
Yeah. Well, let's see. But next week, Doughboy Tony's gonna have a contract with fucking what's the game you're gonna play for?
Call of Duty.
Call of Duty, bro. Yeah.
Hey, Trump, if you're gonna go after the cartel, do it already, fool. That way, like by the next Black Ops or something, the story's already included. You know.
Hey, but the crazy
I'm
part,
trying to play that shit ASAP.
I guarantee you, some of those engineers like, they'll love it, bro.
Oh, for sure.
The lobbyists for the gaming companies gonna tell Trump, hey, go in there and invade, fool. Oh man, what do I got? The only thing I got said, happy birthday to my mama. I love you, mama. I love you, mama. You seen that guy when he's getting arrested? I love you, mama. Hey, we got one call before we go. Hey, appreciate the chat, man. Kimo Savi, no mames, way, no mames. Hotline, what you got? 310.
Hey, American Cholo. This is
The Alabama Mexican.
yeah, man.
What's up? We're about to get out of here, man. What you got, man? Make it quick.
Hey, you got my mom saying trompito, bro.
That means I'm doing my job. Full Trompito is in the building, oh boy. That's what's up, Cartel.
Hey, man, how you guys feel about Andrew Schultz disrespecting Kendrick Lamar, man? Who's gonna catch the fade from you guys for to beat up Andrew Schultz for Kendrick, man?
It's gonna be Adam 22, bro. That's his homie. So Adam 22's gotta take that fool out, Cartel.
Damn.
Oh my God, Adam 22. What's he gonna do? He's gonna back into it and do Andrew Schultz, man.
I think it's all fun and games. There's some people that really don't like Kendrick's album. It's a West Coast thing, and it's popping. I mean, for us in the West Coast, it's a great thing. I mean, we got some music over here.
That's right.
Hey, man.
Andrew
Well,
Schultz is
anyway,
weird,
you guys are. You guys are. Oh, do you know who Andrew Schultz is?
Yeah, the comedian. Fool, what you think?
Oh, well, I don't know. I feel like all you do is listen to Little Rob and do.
That's only at work, fool. All right, Alabama, Mexican. We'll talk to you next week, fool. Have a good one. Thank you.
All right, man. Stay up.
You
Stay
too,
safe.
brother. All right, what you got? Then Tony, take us out, okay?
Man, it's just especially here during the holiday seasons, man, it's really hard for a lot of people out there. You know, check on your homies, check on your family.
Right.
This season, bro, like a lot of people out there really suffering with like mental health, just being alone, depression. So reach out to each other, man. Reach out to those family members you haven't spoken to in a while, man. Check on your homies. Be good to each other.
That's right, brother. All right,
Well,
Tony.
appreciate everybody that tapped in, man. It's another episode of What's the Word on Wednesdays on the realest platform, American Cholo.
And-
Hope everybody had a good time, you know, that tuned in. Stay tuned for next week. We're going to have some more conversation coming your way.
All right, brother. Then we're out. Let's get out of here.
That's right.
Yes. Yeah, bro. Alabama Mexican.
Alabama fucking Mexican.